host, contestant 7494. I'm doing a brake inspection on this 2004 Nissan Maxima. Let's begin. So before working on it, you want to put it on the lift, and this is a 2-post lift, so it's going to be one on side. And you want to lift on a car from factory, says to put it on the pinch welds because it's the strongest point of the car. And you want to make sure the car is centered in the lift, so it's not moving or something like that. And you want to give it a little shake test. I've already lifted it up, so it's good. When you lift it, you want to make sure it's at an eye level, so you're not working below and you're not working above, so you have full control. Once you hear that, you're going to want to put on the blocks, and you're good to work on underneath. So here I got all my stuff laid out. Got my ratchets, micrometer, and then this is for the brake pad to measure it, and this is to retract the piston in the brake caliper. So there's going to be 2 bolts on this caliper to take it off. One on the top and then one on the bottom right here and right here. After you take this bolt off, then I put a little bungee right, if I can get to it, right here to hold it, because you don't want to put any pressure, or you don't want to stress this brake line out so you can crack it or mess it up so it won't work and you have to replace it. After, you want to take the brake pads out and measure the thickness to see if they're good or not. So these, thickness wise, they're pretty healthy to me, but to make sure, they're in between 6mm and 8mm, which tells me they're about 7mm and they have quite a bit of life left on them, so you don't have to replace those. Next, when you want to put new brake pads in, you're going to want to use this tool. This is what retracts the piston in there. So actually I need to grab them. I like to grab a old brake pad and slide it right here. You want to make it so it's nice and flush right here, so you have more room to put the new brake pads in. And as I do that, you'll see up here, while I retract the piston, fluid is starting to pump back into the reservoir. Alright, that's all good. And hook it back up. Then, to check the rotor thickness and see if it's good, or low spots or high spots, you want this dial indicator, and this what kind of shows you if it's bad or not. So you want to put it on a sturdy point that you know is not going to move while you rotate the rotor. Make sure it's nice and tight so it doesn't move. And make sure it's nice and tight. You want to set it to 0 so you're getting accurate specs on the rotor. Just about right there. You just want to move it along this way. So you see I had a high spot and now it's starting to go to a low spot. So it's about 10 degrees high and 10 degrees low, which tells me, 10 thousandths degree above and below, which means this rotor is no longer good and it's warped. Next, you want to make sure and validate the high and low spots, so you can use a micrometer. And as you see, I've already marked all my points that are evenly spaced out so I can get an accurate measure of the rotor. When using a micrometer, you always want to use this little thing that clicks, so you're getting an actual measurement of this and it's not just tightening down. So we'll lock this, slide it up, and it's reading about 950. So about 956 thousandths, which is okay. It's about good 10 thousandths off from being bad. So it's about 975 thousandths. And test number 3. This one is at 950 again, which tells me that there's high and low spots of this brake rotor, and you need to replace it. Ooh.